Like Clarendon unit, skid off a highway in the vicinity of Glenmere, so. Skid off a highway. Persons, occupants gone to the hospital. My Margie, I don't know what I'm going to say about this one. I was the second vehicle on the scene. Just happened. Brand new vehicle. Very good tires. Tires in excellent conditions. I don't know how. Let them slid off the road like that. Well, I'm no expert. But all I know, to climb that wall that it climbed, has to be certain amount of momentum. And momentum come with speed. And leave it to the accident reconstruction unit and make the chips lie where they fall. I hope the occupants, including the driver, are okay. But I can tell you, whosoever was sitting on the left, both in the front and on the back seat, them supposed to get some serious injury. But there's a serious impact on the left, two left doors.
Welcome to Crime Time News and Entertainment with a Buzz. The voice note that you just heard is of an accident that took place in a Clarendon. Pretty much we see that speeding was probably the motivational factor, the reason as to why that vehicle flipped over, climbed the wall, go over some sorts of precipice or embankment. You heard the man saying it must have been going at an excessive speed based on gravity, based on common sense. Now these are the same popo and people I don't know the circumstance as to why that vehicle flipped over like that, end up in the precipice. But these are the same people, whenever them see up on the road, them tell you, say, why you not have on a seatbelt, X amount of dollar, why you are speeds, aren't you going to learn? Don't you see that persons in excess of 400 to 500 persons on an annual basis is losing their life? It seems as if they don't learn from the mistakes of others, because it was just about a couple of weeks ago wearing an ex-popo vehicle, chasing down some people on a bike, flip over, fling out a couple of the people, at least two persons, a male and a female, lost their life. So it seems as if the popo, they are not practicing what they are preaching. The lawmakers are some of the biggest lawbreakers based on this video, point blank and period.
What go on out there? Big accident going out there to the staff bus and an ambulance. Yeah, me pussy cat ambulance here down with the blood clot. That's ambulance driver, you know, get ambulance man headed.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, continuing on the theme of madness, mayhem on the roads of Jamaica, is of an accident that took place in a place called Mount Salem Main Road that is in St. Anne, where based on information it is said that it involved 3 vehicles. These vehicles were Probox, don't know if it was a taxi, a coaster bus, and also an emergency vehicle. Very strange. This is possibly the first time that we've seen any sorts of emergency vehicle as it pertains to any sorts of accidents. Based on the information, it is said that the Probox vehicle with 2 occupants was making a turn onto the opposite side. The ambulance collided with the Probox. When the coaster bus that was going in the same direction of the Probox motor vehicle saw what happened, him tried to take for himself. He swerved to the left. When he swerved to the left, he lost control, hit up in the Probox, and then all of the persons in that bus got injured. After all of this mangled mess, it is said that at least 13 persons were rushed to the hospital. 2 people in the Probox, some of the passengers in the coaster, and also the occupants of the emergency vehicle. Now, people, I don't know what happened in Jamaica. It seems as if persons don't understand the right of way. And I don't know if this emergency vehicle had on some sorts of siren and the person in the pro box, meaning the driver, was in some sorts of haste to make a turn in the part of the ambulance. Whatever happened, people, all of this could have been prevented had persons just slow down, follow the road code. However, like them say, Jamaica is a very reactive, not proactive. Persons are not going to learn from the mistakes of others and people. This is yet a next perfect example. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news is that we see that justice has finally been served for Tony and McDonald, second wife of Beachy Stout McDonald, that was taken away in Portland in a very brutal way. Based on the sentencing, it is said that both Mr. McDonald Beachy and his co-defendant, Mr. Oscar Barnes, I think his name is, will be eligible for parole after 28 years and 11 months. Beachy Stout McDonald is 70-year-old right now, so therefore 70 and 28, that is 98-year-old. Under our present prison condition, I doubt that he will come out of jail before the end of his natural life. So therefore, even though in my estimation, I think that the sentence was kind of light, at the end of the day, he is not going to outlive that 28 years. So therefore, it makes no sorts of difference other than him being officially getting more time. The Hamilton family said that they finally got justice, meaning the sister, the elder sister of Tony Ann. She said that she has been waiting for this day forever and a day. And the fact that she knows that Beachy Stout will never see the light of day as a free man again, she feels as if there's some sort of justice. However, the justice will not bring her sister back. She is tormented on a daily basis because her sister just looks just like her. And whenever a person sees her, they see Tony Ann. So they are always saying, "Are you guys twins?" So therefore, every time she looks in the mirror, she remembers her sister. Now, people, I don't know where are these Judge 100 when you need them. It seems as if some of these judges, they are throwing some sorts of sympathy party. And I say this because of the brutal nature in which this young lady was taken out. The judge even mentioned it before he handed down the sentence, that she was in this vehicle, bawling, begging, screaming, hollering, trying to kick out the window, trying to escape after them bust her shorts while she was laying or sitting in that blazing inferno in that vehicle. However, he still handed down 28 years and 11 months before they were eligible for parole. Pretty much them get a life sentence. Some just say, yeah, him couldn't get more time, but even if he got 50 or 100 years, it would not make any sorts of difference. The fact that the integral or the most important thing is the years that he is eligible for parole. The first time that he will be eligible for parole, he will be 98 to 99 years old. So therefore, it would not make any sorts of difference. He is not going to come out of jail with any sorts of life. He is pretty much going to be dead in there. A couple of things that I saw that I found very disturbing is what the lawyers for these defendants say, and people have to understand when it comes to the lawyers for these defendants, they will say just about anything when they are making that money, getting that retainer, getting that balance. The lawyer for Beachy Stout McDonald, Mr. Townsend, he said, based on the reports, based on what the people in the community are saying, Beachy Stout is a good man. The community loves him and it speaks of his character. What type of character is this lawyer speaking about? This man is a known KILLER of wives. As a matter of fact, should in case he forgets, Beachy Stout have a next case coming up in about 2026 for his first wife. So therefore, him take with the second wife in a very brutal way, and he has a pending case. Same sorts of circumstances, with the exception that this time she get pie up. His name was also being called as it pertains to her family. So therefore, there might also be a third trial coming up, if it makes a difference, as the fact that he is already doing life imprisonment. The lawyer for Mr. Barnes, he said that he asked the judge, Your Honor, please do not use the fact that my client has a previous conviction of predial larceny, meaning say him a thief, people think larceny, however the word is. Just forget about all of that. This man is loved. This man is respected in the community. The people speak highly of him. Now, people, it seems as if some of these defense lawyers have no source of defense because the people that they are trying to defend have some very serious character flaws. So therefore, when them go in a court, them talk a whole bunch of ish, but people like them say, desperate times calls for desperate measure. Sometimes these defendants give you nothing to work with, and such is the case as it pertains to Beachy and Oscar Barnes. Two very serious, brutal, KILLERS. So therefore, they got exactly what they deserved. Point blank and period. So the next thing that is popping in the news, it seems as if the gunmen, the robbers in St. Elizabeth, specifically Newmarket, suffers from what we call taking candy from a baby syndrome. They are targeting the Chinese supermarket wholesalers because it is like taking candy from a baby. When they do the risk analysis, they realize that these people have a whole bunch of cash, and these people put up the least resistant, not like berries. So therefore, why not? The risk analysis would tell them that everything is going to work out A-OK. They are going to come out like bandits. Such is the case in Newmarket Thursday at about 4:45 p.m. It is said that business was bustling. Patrons was in the store spending buku cash. That was when two gunmen roll up on the spot, stick it up, nobody move, nobody gets hurt, everybody get flat. Demanded cash, to which the Chinese owners complied, gave them the cash, gave them liquor, gave them smoke, gave them everything that they asked for. While exiting the building, the men blaze up some corn just for safekeeping, make people know, say, listen, if you FUCK yourself, one of these might end up in one of your vital organs. Took away themselves, Popo, needless to say, is investigating. What makes this even worse, this is the second such incident in about 2 weeks or so in which these same people are getting robbed, meaning the people from the infrastructure place. So we can come to the logical conclusion that these people see these establishments as soft targets, so therefore they are going to always run back to them. But people like them said there's a thing that is called karma. Very importantly, the law of possibility or probability will always run against you. Every day that the bucket goes to the well, one day at the bottom is going to drop out. Sooner or later, this is going to happen to these thieves, and then we are going to hear something different, like them say, Chicken Mary, hark the near. Therefore, these persons that are taking advantage of these people, sooner or later, they are going to be balling when them buck up in some sorts of license firearm holder, or even worse, the men in blue. And then they are going to be singing the blues. Point blank and period.
Pray this. Look like some jugs lad house this in a man. You know if I watch them movie them and I see big jug lad them kingpin. And then me go find out say non-Joes, one bro God.
So the next thing that is popping in the news, it is called, first you go into politics, then you get the power. When you get the power, that power gives you the availability of public purse, so therefore you can thief and come out just like a bandit. There's a very popular movie known as Scarface. It says first you get the money, then you get the power. There's a next line that also goes, nothing exceeds like excess. And people, when you look at that house that is owned by your prime minister that was built when he was making 9 million Jamaican per year, he is not no big-time real estate mogul. He is not any sort of wizard as it pertains to anything in a computer. He is no Bill Gates. However, what he is doing is building a fortune in which his income does not match up with the amount of stuff that he owns. There's an ex-resident that lives in Beverly Hills where that house is at. He is called Asafa Powell. Asafa Powell was once the world record holder in the 100 meter. Asafa Powell was once one of the biggest athletes in the world, making buku cash in a track and field. He has a very lovely house, but nothing compares to Andrew Holness' house. Like you hear the people in the video say, these are houses that you see with persons that are running oil-rich nation, Abu Dhabi, Arabic countries, people that are making quadrillions of dollars. Not a person whose annual income was 9 million Jamaican dollars. So people, you do the maths, common sense will tell you that something looks wrong, and wherever there is smoke, there is fire. Andrew Holness is definitely doing some sorts of mad maths because the maths is not adding up. No sorts of odd maths. And unless you are a facilitator of criminals, you would not see that something is happening, and people like them say, blind loyalty is worse than no source of loyalty at all. These criminals that are in the JLP and PNP have one sole. Their ulterior motive is to go into politics. It is not about the people. It is not about making Jamaica any sorts of better. It is to line their pockets. And one of those individuals that is the best at it, the top chopper, he is Andrew Holness. And this house and other stuff that is in the media is proof. Point blank and period. So anyways, people, thanks once again for checking out my video. If you appreciate videos like these, please show your appreciation by liking, commenting, sharing, and subscribing to my channel. That is how YouTube promotes videos like these to like-minded, sensible persons like yourself. And last but not least, please subscribe to my next channel. It is called Jamaica Dancehall Source. I'll be pinning the link to that channel in the description of this video. Bless up.